Well, would you look at that? It's still holding up. Well, I'm happy to report that the PCCF polycarbonate carbon fiber reinforced fan that was so graciously printed for me by Sliceworks is still holding up here on the mower. Now, according to my dad, he's used the mower twice to mow around. Thankfully, he hasn't sucked any more lights up yet. And he estimates he has about an hour's worth of mowing time on it. And it seems to be holding up really well. I'm feeling a couple of the blades here and they all feel great. Realistically speaking, unless you're sucking up gravel, which you don't want to be doing anyways, or lights, which you really don't want to be doing, this would probably hold up, but you never know. You can see a little bit of melting from when he had the thing spinning in the previous video, before he had this figured out. But the point is, it is working, and I'm actually very impressed by that. Now, this leads into the other question of, would I say this is worth doing? And this is going to be a really contentious topic. I'm going to say for this particular mower, no, and hear me out on why I say that. Now, in the case of this mower, these can be sourced super easily all over Craigslist, probably Facebook Marketplace, things like that. To the best of my knowledge, the fan is relatively easy to come by as well. The only reason why I took this project on is I wanted to show the difficulties in trying to pull something like this off, and I hope I showed that well. And you know, that's something to keep in mind. Now, let's say this is my dad's, like, say, Montgomery Ward riding lawnmower.
The story here, there's my $90 riding lawnmower that when I bought it, I think it was 21 years old, and we have a picture of Calvin sitting on it. You might want to throw that in.
You find the photo, I'll put it in.
When he's 7 months old, when I bought it, which means that it's probably, I've had it over 25 years.
Where finding parts of that would be an absolute nightmare probably. I think designing and printing your own fan, or having someone do it for you, either professionally or something with a more capable machine, it's definitely worth looking into. But I would still say, besides printing in a durable material, of which nylon requires a special setup, you need an all-metal hot end, preferably like a Garolite bed, and a way to keep the nylon dry. And same with polycarbonate. It needs an all-metal hot end, preferably an enclosure, and a way to keep the material dry, plus bed adhesion. It's hard to say if it's worth it or not. If you have a machine capable of doing that, and you have access to that, and you can do it, and you know how to design things, and all that stuff, I'd say it might be worth a try. But if you're just the person who's honestly struggling to get a Benchy to print, and you have visions of fixing all your broken lawn equipment with the 3D printer, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying definitely check your expectations. But I am happy to say, though, that in this case, despite it being a massive pain in the butt, and me going into it knowing that, it was a really good learning experience for me, and hopefully for other people as well. My dad learned a lot in the process as well, which is helpful because now he has a better understanding of what I can and can't 3D print, and there's obviously more projects down the line involving, like, his Corvair station wagon, probably other things where he's like, hey, can you fabricate this thing for this? And I can go yes or no, but he has a better understanding of what can be done. So if you guys have comments on just kind of like repairing things with a 3D printer, it doesn't necessarily have to be a replacement fan blade for an electric lawnmower that your dad destroyed because he mowed over a light somewhere. But it could really be anything from, you know, hey, I printed some little parts and it saved me a trip to the hardware store because it's 2 hours round trip for me, or I tried doing that and it was a total disaster. I'd love to hear that down below. Just keep it civil, but I think the more discussion there is about the pros and cons of DIYing a repair would be actually a really good idea, because I feel like there's expectations and then there's reality, and both sides kind of seem to get a little off track on that. But let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna get out of here. The sun is setting. I gotta put this back and take care of some other stuff, but I'll see you here next time on Make It with Calvin.